the outset, a lot of persons have been trying to join in.
Okay.
Hear me clearly, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, just in a quick one, audience out there, I want to welcome my very esteemed guest, President of Gabriel Gabramns. Is someone who is doing a lot of stuff in the AI, which is the artificial intelligence space. He's an authority in that area, and so glad that he's joining us today. So part of what we want to discuss about basically is the extent at which artificial intelligence have got into mainly in developing countries and especially in Africa, and what the continent needs to do, how best we can make good of these opportunities that the artificial intelligence has brought to us. So we're going to be a brief conversation, and I'm sure by the end of today, many of us are going to get a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge from our perspective, both at my end and also at the end of we want to give you the opportunity to share more light on how best we can use artificial intelligence in making Africa, especially, not just developing countries alone, Africa better.
All right. Very interestingly, just like I share with people that somehow in life, opportunities just come in dispensations. Things just happen, breakouts of, events, and people respond to it differently and therefore have different results. There's been several breakouts in the world in different sectors, whether in finance, in different areas, and you always have people respond to those breakouts, those revolutions differently, and for that reason they have different results, right? So, when the internet came up, people responded to it, and people made life fortune. They made fortune from it. The authorities in those fields and internet has become much later what nobody can do without. Some people just woke up to know that, wow, I can't do without internet, but people embraced it from the very beginning. The same thing is AI, and there's something about I share every time about level playing field. People who live in the first world seem to have advantages over those who live in the third world, and the reasons are very obvious, right? Automatically, people who are in the first world are talking about things different from what people in third world are talking about. So, but I've always talked about, or always look for, the common ground for everybody, the level playing field where everybody can play and demonstrate their strengths, where nobody has more advantage over the other. All right. And interestingly, the world has navigated, has shifted to that point where everybody has equal opportunity, level playing field. So everybody has the opportunity to do what they want to do, to showcase their intelligence and their smartness and all of that. So one of those things, and the biggest, is artificial intelligence. For everybody, that anybody can virtually do anything, literally. I mean, there's never been anything like that in the world, that you can, irrespective of what you do, no matter the field where you are, you can tap into the power of artificial intelligence, whether you are in the health sector, in engineering, in fashion. What is in for Africa? That's the biggest question. Africa has so much opportunities because it has so much problems. We have challenges here and there. So people who are very smart are very quick to read the future and have foresight, right? Put on their thinking cap and see beyond the physical. They already know how much opportunities are there in Africa, especially in connection with artificial intelligence. So people are already navigating, people are thinking, people are working hard, people are tapping into the opportunities and everything to, position themselves for Africa. Because even those outside Africa are targeting Africa to solve the Africa's problem. Of course, we've agreed, we've come to that agreement that only Africans can solve the Africa's problems. So for me, it is that level playing field where everybody has equal opportunity to innovate, to get things done, to apply AI to whatever they're doing. So there are several areas. Now, people would ask, those who are not in the tech field would say, what is AI? How do I even join? Just like I remember one thing that came one time that everybody was moving into, right? This is different from that. It's not where some people will lose and some people will win and all of that. This is what everybody has to tap into and take advantage of it, irrespective of whatever they do. ChatGPT has come and different other, in fact, many people don't even know other platforms that they can use to do similar things that ChatGPT can do for them, just because they are not looking into the opportunities in a broader way, right? And apply them to whatever they do. There's never been a time where things have been so simplified that whatever you want to do, you can just go into it. All right, so
just to add to what you spoke about, I think the continent needs to rise up to the occasion, because we have the population.
Exactly.
We have not just having a population compared to places here in North America. You have a population that have the working class, those who are below 30, and this person can actually run with the vision of artificial intelligence. Because in the world of artificial intelligence, the people who can actually pull through are people of this age. That is the more reason why the content is so unique. That is the more reason why you see a lot of investors coming, because the continent is seen as a place that is still on tap. There's still a lot of things that can be done. So it's not left for the youth, for the continent as a whole, to wake up, to know that we can actually do this. And if you look at just like what you said, like the ChatGPT and all of that, it's making the life so easy. And this technology are things that can be learned easily. The question you raised, I think I've also come across with this question, like, how do I get into this? How do I know about that? It's not really difficult. I think this is the message we need to pass to the continent. This technology is not as difficult as you think. Take away the minds that you have that, this is robotics, we'll go making robots and all of that. People are getting scared as though take a lot of jobs away. No, I think those thoughts are just a bit myopic, because if you listen to the richest man in the world currently now, Elon Musk, in one of his speech talking about why he was having a conversation with the Prime Minister of the UK, he said something that AI is we're going to come with abundance. When you hear the word abundance, so it means like an ocean, a lot of things that can be derived from it. It's just for you to key into it. Forget about the jobs. As much as it's going to replace some jobs, it's going to come with a lot of jobs. We just talk about the ChatGPT. A lot of people are using that to create a lot of opportunity for themselves. People who couldn't do some videos on YouTube, or people who couldn't do some research and all of that. It makes people become so creative. start thinking beyond, bringing more jobs that 10 years ago you would think that you want to go into. You see a lot of freelancer people doing typewriting, copywriting, and all of that. These are jobs that were just being done by some few persons who have some who have it as a form of a vacation, something they love to do. But with the help of this ChatGPT, which is just a cradle of artificial intelligence, it's just a starting point. People who are not thinking beyond. Okay, I can actually use this ChatGPT to do my work, my research work. People are becoming so inclined. They're becoming so thinking beyond, like seeing opportunity. Because what brings about job is when people see an opportunity to solve a problem, jobs comes.
Exactly.
The moment you have an opportunity that, okay, I have a problem in my area, I have a problem in my community, and I want to solve it, and you discover that, okay, I can actually use artificial intelligence to solve this problem, that becomes an opportunity. So artificial intelligence is going to bring a lot of opportunities for the continent. This is something we need to make the entire world, not just Africa, not just developing countries alone, the entire world, that a lot of opportunities will be coming. It's just for us to embrace it, for us to see reason to be part of the train instead of resisting it. Another thing I also want to tell a lot of fellow Africans or people who are all over the world who are still skeptical about artificial intelligence is that this is a world of sharing. The more you share, the more you get to know. You can easily do all this with the help of artificial intelligence. That is basically what we're trying to share to the entire world, that we need to embrace it, we need to talk about it, we need to forget about our traditional thought. Because I remember when I was speaking with my PhD supervisor, I was like, okay, can we talk about the research area in artificial intelligence? Like, oh, she was kind of skeptical about it. Like, oh, I don't think we should go into it. That is a word of the unknown. But this is an opportunity, and we need to do more in this space. So that aside, I want to hear your thoughts. Like, what do you think the government can do in this regard? Graham, what is your thought?
Yeah, yeah. When I was looking at the whole Africa in a view, and I say, wow, the opportunities are just huge. I mean, imagine somebody focusing on artificial intelligence projects to support certain problems that were faced in the past, security. As a matter of fact, somebody close to me is taking up the challenge, or somebody in a circle taking up the challenge with he so much experience he has gathered before coming back to Nigeria, that we can solve security problems. We can attempt these issues, and attempt security problems. And from analysis, it's mind-blowing. It's something that will just wow everybody, and it's simpler than ever. Maybe, just like you were saying, some people have, these areas are looking unapproachable. They're big, but artificial intelligence has made it so in a way that they are approachable. You can easily attempt, just wake up and begin to do from wherever you are, as far as you have the internet and all of that, which most people do, of course. So what I think is that, and that's why I'm very, very impressed with our minister in the digital economy, already gathering minds in artificial intelligence to look at Africa reimagine Africa and try to undertake certain projects, and we're still waiting to see what they can come up with. Certain projects that can. So, but we have issues, we have problems in education, we have healthcare.
We need the government to do more, just more than what they are doing, because as much as they see that they can actually utilize AI in making the world better, especially in the continent of Africa, they need to do more. Because if you look at other developing countries, the manner to which they embrace this technology, like trying as much as possible to encourage the young ones in school, going to robotics, cyber security, cloud computing, all this advanced technology, nanotechnology, and all of that is so crazy, to the extent that people feel that this is a world that we are going on. You could see some of this technology being used around your places, like places that you never imagined. So Africa, the government, they need to do more by way of creating more awareness and making the population to be better prepared. Because just like what we talked about, just like what Graham talked about while he was on the conversation, he talked about ChatGPT, which is more like a credo of what AI can actually do for you. And some persons are still doubting, some persons are still reluctant, especially in the continent. They still have some mind towards it that, I don't want to go into it. I know some persons that have to speak to over and over and over before they start using it. If Africa, that has majority of its population, 80% of its population below 30 years, which is the working class, so if they become so skilled with the use of artificial intelligence, so it means they're going to take the world by surprise. That is the more reason why you see a lot of investors coming, like, because there's still a lot of untapped potentials in the continent. So it is our time, the Africa taking upon itself to be a forerunner in this technology. So we also take away the fact that the government have not also done their best. Government of Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, Uganda, they've also been a forerunner in making sure that this technology is being talked about, especially South Africa, where we have the 5G technology, because you need 5G to be able to advance artificial intelligence. And Nigeria is also working in implementing the 5G technology. So we need to do more. We need to talk about this. Part of the reason why we are having such conversation like this, to share with a larger audience. We need to share this. We need to share these videos so that people become more conversant with artificial intelligence. You don't need to feel that you cannot go into it. Anybody can go into it. There's no master in it. It's a new technology that just came in the last 20 years. It started developing in the last 20 years. Like it became so rampant 10 years ago. So that will tell you that there's no one who is a master. So even we that are speaking about it, it's not because we are masters in it. We're just trying our best to create more awareness. And why we are able to become an expert in this area, because we decided to okay, Gabramns is back. I think he had some difficulties. Okay, so you're welcome. I know you had some difficulties. I think it's part of what we're
sorry about that.
Yeah, part of what we're talking about in the continent. We need more new technology like 5G, because those those are technology that will help AI to spring up. So that there will be better communication. Yeah. So these are areas the government to come in, not just coming to the UN and come and talk because in my experience at the last UN Science Summit, let me just talk a little bit on that. It was just more of talking and talking and talking. Especially as far as the continent, most of the African government that was present, and we were just talking. We need to go beyond just talking. We need to. They come to these places. What is making these places to work? Let's see how we can implement in our own country. Not just taking the taxpayers' money, coming to the UN, talk and write articles, publish it, and all of that. No. I was reading an article about the collaboration between Egypt and South Africa, where they are building a road system from Egypt, from Cairo to Cape Town in South Africa, so that can bridge the gap in terms of communication. These are what Europe did that make Europe booming. That you see people talking about, they need to talk about Euro and all of that, because they built the road system. There was intercommunication between the continent. So we need to see more of what the collaboration between the government of Egypt and South Africa. We need to see more of that. We want to see something about Egypt and Nigeria. We want to see something about Egypt and Ghana. Road system working, because these are what will make the artificial intelligence go around, not just talking and talking and talking. We have to be action oriented, because we have the population
and the market.
Yeah, we have the market, because look at China. China will be able to put together some edifice in their own space, because they embrace technology. About 1.4 billion, which is almost equivalent to the population that we are talking about in the continent. So imagine we come together, just the way Europe came together, and say, okay, let's take away all the visa restriction. Let's start breeding our technology. Let's talk about how we can make the continent become better. Let's do exchange program, not just doing exchange program, going to the US, going to Canada, let's do exchange program within the continent, where we talk about how we can advance our technology. We have a program in Nigeria. Okay, let's have an exchange program in Morocco, in Egypt. Let's have an exchange program in Kenya, in Uganda, in South Africa. All these things will aid the technology we're talking about. Because, like I said, the working class population that we have in the continent is a powerhouse for us. If only we keep on talking about it, we keep on making people know that this technology can actually help us to become better in every field. We're talking about ChatGPT. That is just a little aspect of AI. Robotics is an advance, but if people can embrace it, if people can see reason to accept it. Acceptance is another thing again. Acceptance. People can accept it. Even the curriculum need to be changed in the continent. I remember while in school we have been taught cattle ratio, when we should be talking about LED screen, OLED screen, and all of that. We're talking about cattle ratio into the first century. So crazy. So that's what we're talking about. So we need to change the curriculum. We need to talk about not just going to school and doing a program that will not add value to the society. People still trying to become an employee. If we have more programs that we skip people up, robotics, aeronautics, technology that are advancing the world in the curriculum, why can't we compete?
Take away all the take away all the jobs.
So sometimes I wonder who gave us that
Who do what?
the developing country, the developing continent, and we have a developed. It's technology that creates the difference. So if we can run with the technology, why can't we also be a developing continent, a developed continent or country? Thousands of years we've heard that the continent is developing. When can the continent become developed? Yeah. And it's so easy now to become a developed continent with the use of advanced technology. It's just for the continent, the government to embrace it, not just coming to the United Nations, going to international organization and just be talking. No, we need to speak up. We need to see how we can cross-breed technology. Like in the continent, you see a lot of people who are living the shores of the country for greener pastures. Because why? They've been made to feel less of themselves. They've been made with that, they cannot make it. And these places they are going, the only difference is that these people are just utilizing technology. So if the continent can actually can make the enabling environment for this technology to be accessibility, we have the network system and all of that. Why would people want to go or move to another country to become a second citizen? Or being told that what to do when they can actually for the technology to be accessibility.
Right.
So I think it's so painful that we are talking about it, but we need to keep on speaking about it.
Yeah.
And but we are caught for this. So you like Graham, like, what do you think we need to do? We talk about the government. We talk about the level at which it is now in the continent. Because we are already wrapping up. What do you think we need to do? What is the action point? What is your own perspective?
Like I'm very impressed, with some of the projects you are already engaging in. What you do with the UN Science Summit, and your particular expertise in some artificial intelligence projects. I think we're going to gather our people and get some people involved in aspects of artificial intelligence, like chatbot development, building the models, because one of the biggest concerns that people have is handling the biases, right? The artificial intelligence models, people can be there as developers alone, and that's huge, that's big. All right, so we have to talk more, do more of these programs. Maybe we can bring people away from Instagram to a place where we can do some shows and all of that. And part of our effort, like for me and what we're doing here, is that we want to get more young people involved in, hands-on experience with this technology, with this, in fact, in a competitive way, so that, because it's been proven that people learn faster when they compete. I mean, healthy competition and all of that. So part of what we're doing, we're trying to show the government, especially from our state, right? Show the government that we can do these things. I mean, we can have these things at our fingertips. More people can see how interesting and engaging and life transforming these technologies can be. So that is part of what we're doing here. We get people involved hands-on. For instance, we can have a session where you can train people on developing chatbots. See that? So for free, get people involved, announce, people come up and then join and we get involved hands-on. Check different aspects because AI is broad. It's truly broad. So we see different aspects and just help people understand how they can apply different aspects of AI to the challenges that they face at continent. So we have to talk more, we have to advocate more, we have to show, engage in projects more and do more campaign for both the government, local governments, the state governments, and even the federal to see. So we have to just get involved. If the youths are kind of left behind, then we have something to engage ourselves with. But more young people are involved with other things because they are not aware. They don't have the exposure, the understanding, the opportunity to know how interesting, how engaging and profitable these areas of technology can be. So that's our responsibility. That's what we have to do, I view. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Graham. I think that is a very good action point. So our viewers all over the world, you've heard, we have a program where we'll be doing some hands-on. So those who want to join our project, you can always reach out to us. You can message us directly. We are open. For me, you can always shoot me an email. My email is made public. You can send an email, reach out to see how we could start creating more awareness. And if you also feel that you also want to be in this conversation, you can also put it on board. You can also join us in talking about how we could make the continent, the developing countries, become better, more than the way it is now. Because this is the world of technology. Borders and opportunity, according to your mom, the world of abundance. So we need to embrace it. We need to be more receptive to it, not just pushing back, because that will not help us in having this technology. And for other of our viewers who don't really know what artificial intelligence, let me just not just assume that we all know. Obviously, don't know about it. Artificial intelligence is a form of technology that makes machines to start thinking like humans. So, and one basic form of it is your chat, where you can a chatbot where you could send a message and you get a responsive chat at the same time about what you are thinking. So that is the basic, and the height of it, which is not actually the height, but we have robotics, automation that is happening in most of the industry. All these are using artificial intelligence, and some of you who have an iPhone, you see where you have to use your eyes in terms of recognition system. It can be in that form, even the voice recognition system where you can use your voice to do some typing on your book, to form a book and all of that. These are all forms of artificial intelligence. So it goes beyond just a chatbot, it goes beyond just robotics. It's in different form. It's making machines to become intelligent, or making machines to start thinking like humans, just the way you think. When you start making machines to start thinking like you. And what artificial intelligence uses basically is data, using data in giving predictions, using data in making better decision making. So, and we've also seen that with the use of ChatGPT. So if you don't know about ChatGPT, that is one basic area where artificial intelligence is being used, and people are using it in becoming content creators, those who are also freelancers, who are also website developer, graphic designers, and all of that, where you can actually turn video into into a text. Those are all artificial intelligence, where you can actually turn an audio into a text. Those are all artificial intelligence, where you can actually turn a photo into a movie, like putting photos together and turn into a movie. Those are all we use the use of artificial intelligence. So you can actually go ahead and talk more about it, like what Graham talked about. We're not stopping here. We're still going to have other conversations. If you also want to join us, you can also join us. You can shoot us on email or just chat with us on Instagram directly, and we'll be willing to put you in our project that is coming up, which is development of something similar to ChatGPT. So, and that is it. So, Graham, so what is the last word? Like, what do you have to say?
Embrace. Yeah. Yeah. So, artificial intelligence is the level playing field where everybody has equal opportunity to play. Embrace it and change the course of everything. I mean, in the next 12 months, by the end of this year, 2024, people who were at zero level are going to become millionaires, as in no jokes. So make sure that you grasp the opportunity to be part of such people by the end of 2024. Many more people are going to become millionaires. Many more people are going to, change their life because of artificial intelligence. Either applying to what they're already doing or break into new areas of opportunities, and their lives totally will be changed. So make sure that you embrace it.
For me now, what I want to say is that artificial intelligence is for everybody. Nobody's exempted. You can be part of it at any time, any day. If you are thinking of starting, you can send a DM to us, any of us. We can give an introduction. You can follow us on our live conversation, and don't feel that because you're a woman, you cannot know, or you cannot be an AI expert. You can. It's just a willingness. So as much as you're willing to be part of this, you're going to see people who are also there, people like us who will be willing to also help you in getting started, and thereafter you can also become an AI expert in this regard. So thank you very much, our viewers. Thank you very much, our guest, Graham, for the conversation so far. So I'm sure we are still going to have other conversations as regarding the use of artificial intelligence in making the world a better place for us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. It was nice. And those short, but a beautiful time.
Yeah.
See you again shortly. We'll have another live.
All right. Yeah.